Joining us in studio, Brad Perrin. Brad, welcome to the studio.
Thanks. It's good to be back.
Good to be back. You are a veteran of the pod. I'm glad to have you back. A lot has happened in the NBA and college basketball. Let's start with college basketball, March Madness. How many of the games have you watched?
I'd say pretty much most of them, if not all of them.
How's your bracket looking?
Not as bad as others, but still not very good.
Yeah. Who do you have winning it all?
I still have Kansas and I still have Arizona in it. So
Okay. So when we start off with our brackets, we're guessing. We don't really know. No one has watched all the teams play the regular season. But now we know. Now we know some stuff. Who do you think is looking good right now, and who do you think will probably not win it?
who do I think will not win it?
Yeah, who do you think will not win it?
Well, 15 of the 16 left won't win it. If you know, I
Definitely
think
not Xavier.
Okay.
I think North Carolina is probably the best team, at least playing wise right now.
Okay.
That's my opinion, but North Carolina is pretty good. Arizona's pretty good during the year, but North Carolina looks the best, I think, right now.
I guess I'm asking, who are the pretenders that are still in it right now?
Oh yeah, definitely Xavier.
Xavier. I don't think Gonzaga's.
Gonzaga. Yeah, I was never sold on
That's
Gonzaga.
wrong.
Is Michigan for reals?
Michigan always makes a run or something close to a run. I mean, they beat Louisville. Louisville's a good team, but I don't think they'll ever get out of that side.
Okay,
With
fair enough.
Kansas and North
Right.
Carolina, not a chance.
Okay.
North Carolina's in the. Yeah. No, it's unfair that North Carolina, Kentucky, and UCLA are all in one region.
Yeah, exactly.
They should be spread out.
The South is by far the best region in the tournament. I think it's not fair to the fans because those are going to be great matchups that I would love to see that be the championship matchup. But that's not what we're getting this year. Let me ask you, Spencer, you were at the games. Which
Yeah.
games did you go to again?
I watched the first session of games in Buffalo, so I watched West Virginia play Bucknell and Notre Dame play Princeton.
All right, so Notre Dame has since been bounced, but West Virginia, they're still in it. Are they for reals?
No, I didn't even think they were going to get past Notre Dame. But West Virginia just has a problem because they play such a different style of basketball than all the other teams.
For our fans, could you explain what exactly they
Yeah, they full court press and go for the steal every time, which they result in a lot of turnovers, but at the same time, it gives them a lot of fouls. And they're not really good shooters. Like Devon Carter is a good shooter, but other than that, they don't really make many threes.
Also against the better teams, better ball handlers, better guards? Will that work? I doubt it. But West Virginia's had a good run, wouldn't you say so?
I think they had a pretty easy route compared to the other teams in this.
Okay, that's fair.
Especially Notre Dame totally wasn't playing very good this tournament.
That side of the bracket I think is easier, which is why I've had Arizona in the championship. Do you think Arizona will make it?
150%. I have
150.
I have Arizona winning it in one of my brackets.
Okay.
I think it's a little bit easier over there. Well, it's not easier, I'd say, but there's been already some pretty big upsets with Nova and Duke on the whole left side going. And then Notre Dame is out of Arizona's region.
Right.
Gonzaga has yet to be. You
truly
can't
tested.
Yeah, you can't tell. I mean, they play well. Don't get me wrong, but
I'm not sold on Gonzaga.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I
And
think.
then again, Wisconsin's definitely the seeding is very deceiving. Being an 8 seed, is it?
Yeah.
They're a lot better than an 8 seed.
Can we agree that was probably the upset of the tournament just because
So
of the
far right
seeding
now.
and
So far,
I
I
didn't
agree.
see that. I didn't think Villanova would win it, but I didn't see them being bounced in the
Second
third round. Well, depending.
Right. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Second, third
round. I'm with you 150%.
Are you sold on?
I think you need a new
150%?
lesson on percentages.
Are you sold on Wisconsin?
No.
Really?
I don't see Wisconsin.
Gabe's a huge fan of Nigel Hayes, so
Oh, yeah.
be careful. He's a big Nigel fan.
Here's the thing. I saw Wisconsin play in person. They can bully you down low, and they got shooters, man. They got shooters. Nigel Hayes, he's an inch taller and 20 pounds heavier than Jimmy Butler, and we all know what Jimmy Butler can do.
He does look like Jimmy Butler too, doesn't he?
He plays like him. He plays like him too.
I don't know. It's
What aren't you sold about on
I
Wisconsin?
guess being the 8 seed. I didn't watch much of their. I can't talk on behalf of them for the season. I didn't watch much of their game or whatever. But
Right.
I don't know. It's just a feeling. I'm not.
Okay.
I didn't even expect them to be where they're at right now, and I know that's because
no one did.
Yeah,
No one did.
I
So I
mean,
don't know.
yeah,
We'll have to
Villanova
see.
was the defending champions and number one overall seed, so
No,
I
the
mean
only-
that's fair.
The only thing I can see there is, SMU is not there. Duke's not there. I mean, Baylor's.
I'm
running
only
that
laughing
right
because
now.
Spencer had SMU. I think he had them dancing.
They're
not-
my dark horse, man, and they've
He's
let
not-
me down.
He's not the only one. A lot of people
So
did.
bitter about that.
But, I'm just saying, in terms of like really, really winning teams.
You think they'll be bounced by a good elite team? Wisconsin will be.
By a good elite team, they'd have to probably go to the. I don't want to say that, but they would win this round of the Elite Eight at least to be an elite to get beat by an elite team, maybe the Final Four. But I don't know if they'll get that far.
Okay.
I think Baylor might run the show up there. So.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So my original pick was UCLA, so I'm gonna stick with UCLA. However, on ESPN you can have the second chance bracket, and I'm considering taking Kansas. Kansas has been the most impressive to me. What are your thoughts on Kansas?
Kansas is phenomenal. It seems like Frank Mason never goes away. Like Perry Ellis was around forever, and now Frank Mason is always there. Like when is he gonna leave? He's a phenomenal player. And then Jackson is amazing, and those two work very well together. I think Kansas is definitely a good shot to win.
Right.
But I previously picked UNC to win, and I still think UNC is gonna win.
Okay.
I mean, UNC putting up almost 100 points in their first round game. Coming off that loss to Duke, in which they should have won the ACC tournament to begin with. I mean, there was a choked moment, but it's UNC.
And Duke is just that sketchy team where they could beat anyone any day,
Right.
and they can lose any
They were
time.
too up and down.
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Their
I
loss
think
isn't even that bad to Duke.
UNC can score almost at will. I feel like any game you see them play, big game or not, 85 points, 80 points. So I think UNC is can make a run. It's just having Oregon and Michigan up there. If they meet
You
them,
mean
and
Baylor?
then no,
Oregon on their side.
yeah. Oregon and
Yeah,
Michigan.
Baylor's on the other
And
side.
then, and then you got
They're
UCLA
so
and
similar,
Kentucky
too.
coming from yours too. I mean, Kentucky is Kentucky. They can be beat in the second round by Wichita State, or they can go all the way to
Yeah,
the shit
yeah,
because
they're-
they're all
they're
That's
just
a great
all
point.
freshmen.
They
That's
are
a
just
great
like
point.
Duke.
Yeah.
So it's just you never know with
You never
Kentucky
know.
either.
So much
but
talent, but so
Can't count
much youth.
Calipari out of it.
I think that's been part of the fun of this year. So we haven't had the true upsets that everyone loves.
And there's no dominant team.
But that's the thing. There's no dominant team. It's a wide open race. I think that's part of the fun of this year's March Madness.